If you want to understand how to truly deconstruct a narcissist, not just survive them, not just escape them, but dismantle the illusion they built around you, stay to the end. Because what most never see is this: narcissists aren't strong. They aren't in control. They're actors trapped in a role they created as children, desperate to project an image they can't live up to. That image becomes their weapon. And you become the perfect audience. They choose you because you feel deeply, you think independently, you love fully, and that terrifies them. So they groom you to play a role they can control. The peacekeeper, the fixer, the caretaker, the emotional hostage. They test your limits slowly, rewarding compliance, punishing resistance. The first boundary you give up is never the last. They mirror your values, your empathy, your strengths, so you trust them. Then they twist those same qualities into liabilities. You're too sensitive. You're overthinking. You always take things personally. The more you defend your reality, the more they warp it until exhaustion replaces clarity. And here's what they count on most: your hope, your belief that if you just explain enough, try hard enough, love purely enough, they'll change. But narcissists don't want change. They want control. And the only version of you they'll tolerate is the one that stays manageable. They'll reward you for compliance and punish you for authenticity, because the moment you show up as your real self, the mask starts to slip. Understand this: the performance is fragile, the persona is brittle, and behind the false confidence is someone who will do anything to avoid accountability. You were never the problem. You were simply someone they couldn't fully control. Follow me, and you'll see how the trap is designed to keep you questioning your reality. And how to break free of it? Narcissistic abuse doesn't start with cruelty. It starts with intensity. They mirror your values, your wounds, your dreams, so you trust them. You bond with the version of them they project. Then they slowly shift the ground beneath you until you question your own mind. This is how the trap is built: idealization, devaluation, discard. First, they make you feel chosen. Then they make you feel defective. Then they make you feel disposable. They study your responses, your fears, your hopes, and they use them to create a cycle of emotional dependency. You begin to crave the approval they withhold. You mistake intermittent crumbs of validation for love. This is no accident. It's conditioning. And it keeps you invested long after the relationship has become toxic, because your mind is wired to chase the original high they manufactured. But it goes deeper than that. They create a false reality where your worth depends on how well you meet their shifting needs. They isolate you from anyone who might reflect your true value back to you. Friends become a threat. Family becomes too involved. Your world narrows until they are your only mirror. And every flaw they suggest, you begin to believe. This is how the trap tightens. And why it feels impossible to leave. Because walking away doesn't just mean losing them. It means losing the version of yourself you have been conditioned to see through their eyes. But you can't heal in this cycle. You can only become more lost in it. The first step to freedom is seeing the pattern for what it is. Follow me, and you'll learn the one shift that ends their power without confrontation and dismantles their game entirely. Want to break their power over you? Good choice. Because what they fear most isn't your anger. It's your disinterest. Narcissists depend on your engagement. Your emotions fuel their false self. They don't care if you love them or hate them. They only care that you react. So stop reacting. Stop explaining. Stop defending. They will bait you. They will love bomb. They will rage. But your silence is your weapon. You aren't punishing them. You are protecting yourself. When you stop feeding the dynamic, they lose the control they depend on. But here's what most don't realize. The narcissist will escalate before they collapse. They will become more desperate, more volatile. They may smear you, Play victim. Try to provoke any reaction they can get. Expect it and prepare to meet it with a calm reaction. Gray rock isn't weakness. It's strategic survival. It is how you starve the false self. The narcissist cannot destroy what they cannot reach. They will flail when your energy is no longer available. Because without your reactions, their entire illusion begins to collapse. They are left with what they fear most: their own emptiness. Remember this: you don't destroy a narcissist with words. You destroy them with the quiet decision to never play their game again. And when you do, the freedom that returns to you will be louder than any words you could ever say. Follow for more truth they never wanted you to see. Share this if you're done performing for love. Comment if you've already started walking away. Your power returns the moment you stop explaining.